So what is Southeast Asia in terms of material culture? Well, one of the things that I think that's very easy to see is that this is a land of water. You've got thousands of miles of coastlines and rivers all over the place. So it shouldn't be a surprise that water was important and that agriculture was the main occupation throughout the region, throughout much of history. The basis of agricultural life across the region was rice, whether it was grown on mountainsides or in floodplains or in wet rice terraces. That was the staple that got people from year to year. As for the protein that gave them energy, they weren't eating steaks and not all that much pork, at least throughout the region. But the one thing that everyone could eat was fish. So fish would have been the main protein across the region. And again, there were certain religious traditions like the Hindu-influenced practices on Bali and among the Cham in Vietnam, or what is today Vietnam, who did not eat beef. And when people converted to Islam, they did not eat pork. So fish was something that we could see as a common protein across the region. And when people went to spice up their food a little bit, a lot of them turned to things that were quite similar. Unlike their Chinese neighbors who were using things like soy sauce, the condiment of choice for many people in Southeast Asia was fish sauce. How do you make fish sauce? Take some small fish that you just caught, throw them in a vat, put in some salt, let them sit there for a year or two. Take your pick. The little juice that comes out at the end, that's what makes your food taste good.
So it starts off out in the ocean.
Exactly.
Quality fishermen, quality boats,
Right.
seeking the best possible anchovies,
Exactly.
right? Salting it when it comes right out of the water, super fresh.
Right.
And then bringing it right to your doorsteps.
Exactly.
Literally to the back of this warehouse.
Right.
Where you take it, put it in these beautiful wooden barrels.
Exactly.
And just let it do its thing for about a year, huh?
Yes, or longer.
Or longer.
Right.
Okay, so after 12 months or longer, this is the juice of the fish that came out. And you can smell it, you can taste it, but at least visually, this is all natural.
Other than the smell and the flavor, I mean, you can tell that this is the color you want, right?
Right.
It kind of looks like a really authentic tea,
Right.
almost, right?
Right.
I can literally drink it,
Sure.
yeah? Oh my God, I feel like I can brush my teeth in the morning with this. That's how good it is.
Oh, I see.
So fish sauce is something that people think of as very Southeast Asian. The reality, though, it's not used widely all over Southeast Asia. It's used among the Thai, Vietnamese, Cambodians, and in the Philippines, but down further south in Indonesia and Malaysia, it's not as important, or in many cases, it's not used. What is probably the most common spice, if you will, or a condiment is a relative of fish sauce, shrimp paste. Much more intense, adds lots of flavor, but it's really hard to use shrimp paste as some kind of symbol of a region. I mean, after all, you can't take shrimp paste and do something like this. Just doesn't work. So shrimp paste, even though it is more widespread, is not for some reason seen as the major condiment of Southeast Asia. One thing that is common across the region, though, is that given that this is the tropics, there's fresh food all the time, and all of the cuisines of Southeast Asia rely heavily on fresh products that are available in markets or that are caught in the seas and rivers, and that enable people to make fresh, delicious food day after day, after day after day. Oh, even Chinese food gets better when it heads down into Southeast Asia. It's just good. Oh, and then when you add beer to it, oh yeah. Okay, I'm losing it again. Here we go. I'm, getting down to this kind of bare medium and objectifying an entire region and its people and its cultures and its societies to food. Obviously, that's not acceptable, but the durian.